So I just recorded a half an hour video talking about all sorts of things, including dating, fear of dating, YouTube, free will, spirituality. And I got a lot of stuff off my chest and I felt very authentic and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's a good video. I'm going to post that. I feel good about that. The start was a little bit rocky. It always is. But then I got into like a really good flow. And I was like, good. Because I've been wanting to post videos again for ages. And by the end of it, it turns out that the whole thing was muted. And I couldn't go back. It was all done. And it's just me silently, just like, it's cool to see how much my hands move though. I didn't realise that as much. But I want to move them even more, even if it doesn't happen at the right time. Do you know what I mean? I think it's good to just express yourself with your hands and just, maybe they can be having a different language at the same time, you know. They don't have to they don't have to connect with what you're saying, because maybe they're saying something else or not, or maybe sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Anyway, I'm a little bit upset about that video that I took, and I'm actually quite concerned that this video is also going to have no audio, but I did a little test and it should have audio. And sorry, just moving the whole thing. It should have audio, so I'm just going to carry on chatting, because why not? I'm in a weird place in my life right now. There's a lot of change, there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of letting go, there's a lot of transformation. And yes, I should be asleep. I wanted to wake up at 6 to do my miracle morning, which is a routine I might explain in a minute. But I just feel very awake and wired, which is the same thing. And it is partly because of my caffeine and sugar addiction as of late. But I would argue that it's because of this stressful period of my life, which is making me have the sugar addiction. I couldn't find the most articulate word for that. Oh my god. So I know I sound a little bit mad, and that's only because I am a little bit mad on the journey of becoming less mad and all that stuff. The video I made before was all about dating and how I don't want to date and how it makes me angry and sad, and I wish I could press a big button where I just go, if I press that button, I won't ever care about romance again, and I can live my little jolly little life and do my own thing. But me, apparently, and the universe, which is me, doesn't want that and wants to explore and get my heart broken and grow. So thanks, universe. Thanks, inner self. Thanks very much, because I would rather not. And as we get to this point, I've realised that I haven't looked up at the camera much because it's scary. But I'm going to take a second to just calm down, because as you know, other recorders out there, that once the camera is recording, it's a bit freaky sometimes, but I do feel like I'm getting better at it, at being more authentic and not caring. I sound like I'm a bit drunk or something. I'm not. I'm on a sober journey. I'm only addicted to caffeine and sugar. And probably lots of other stuff. But I mean, no alcohol, no weed, no smoking, sober, celibate, single journey. Anyway, I'm gonna take a second to just fucking chill. I think one thing that's helping me be more authentic is accepting my Gen Z-ness. What I explained before, and I should stop saying what I explained before because there's no point, because nobody's going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it, you're not going to watch it, so I'll just pretend that it didn't happen. But what I was explaining before is that I'm actually, so we're rambling now, I understand, but so I'm in a mid-section of I did say I was going to take a minute before I carried on. Actually, I'm just going to take a minute and then I'll explain what I was going to try and explain, because I'm a bit manic right now. Okay. If you're still here, hey, I will be posting lots of videos again because I have been wanting to for a while. Welcome to the weird experience of me and my body hurts. I have not been stretching properly, but it's okay. What I was saying about the Gen Z thing is that I am more able to be authentic the more I've been accepting my Gen Z nature. I used to feel very ashamed of my Gen Z-ness, but I'm actually in a category called Zillennial. I'm going to stop doing that. Is that weird? Zillennial. And Zillennials are actually in a mid-section of people who don't fully resonate with each age bracket, what is it the word called? I can't even remember the word, but you know, like millennials is one, and Gen Z and Gen Alpha is one, and boomers is one. I genuinely can't even remember the term for what that generation. Okay, we got there. Basically, I'm in a mid-section of people who can't really relate that much with millennial or Gen Z, so I'm a zillennial. But in accepting my Gen Z tendencies, I'm finding it easier to be more myself, so that's good. Anyway, back to trying to be calm and having eye contact with the webcam. I have been on a journey in this evening, talking and thinking and discovering my thoughts and feelings about romance. And I wish I could have watched back the previous video that I took, but I believe everything is for a reason, so I'm not too worried about it. It's gone. I got a lot off my chest. I rambled quite similarly to this video, and now it's gone. And here I am, taking another video. I might stop recording now because I don't think that I'm going to get to the flowy, spiritual kind of state that I got to in my last video. And I'm not saying that I need that, but I feel like there is some standard I'm pulling myself up to, that I need to bring it back to a spiritual place, not just ramble manically at a camera. And I feel maybe too exhausted to bring it back to a accepting, understanding, open-minded, heart-centered approach to my fear and anger and resentment and about day. So maybe I will just end it here. But like I usually remember and need to remember right in this moment, is that I'm primarily recording this video for myself, and I shouldn't worry too much about what anybody who's watching is thinking. So I'll take another minute to just be still and recenter myself. There's so many things I keep remembering about my last video that I really liked. Oh, this is I'm in a weird place right now. But I'm not that bad. But you know when you feel like you've got to some steady ground and it's hard to know how to motivate yourself to keep going. It takes different muscles. You know, it's kind of like a swimming pool. If you're someone who's used to diving down and then pushing up from the bottom and going back up and doing this and this, it's different muscles than just swimming along. And I've been swimming along for a little while, and it's not my usual, it hasn't been my usual experience of life for a long time, and I'm having to use different muscles and learning how to just float for a bit. And I'm worried that I'm not swimming fast enough and swimming long enough, and that I'm sometimes not swimming at all, and I'm worried that I'm just not growing. But I don't give myself enough credit, because I'm doing a lot of deep work at the moment, and I am growing. And I'm still very young, and I've grown a lot. But yeah, I feel hard on myself. And I don't feel very well, I've realised. I think because of all the sugar and and the chocolate. Yeah, it's just chocolate. It's just chocolate and coffee. I've become addicted to chocolate and coffee at the moment. And I'm not in my daily practice of yoga and meditation at the moment, and I just don't feel very well, and I feel worried about where my life is heading. And that's very dramatic, but I have high expectations of myself, and it's concerning when I'm not meeting them. But whatever will be, will be. And I was explaining before some stuff about free will. Again, I have a lot to say. I always have a lot to say about free will. But as the yawn is indicating, I think it's time for bed now. So if you watched this long, thank you for being here. As a prize for making it to the end of the video, I am going to reveal the hair that has been sat under this hat for 4 days now. Maybe tomorrow will be the day that I take the plaits out and I wash my hair. Check out my videos in the future to find out what happens.